Good afternoon. Today we are going to be installing a Maxx Air fan. Let me show you. This is the Maxx Fan Deluxe with the remote, 10 speeds, in or out. It comes with a thermostat controlled. It's top of the line. It's the best one they had. So first thing you're going to want to do is find out where you're going to put it. So for me, I don't have very many options because I have solar panels everywhere, but I cut a template that is 14 by 14. Now you do need 2 inches of clearance all the way around it, which is something I needed to know because of my solar panel bracket. So I marked a hole, and I need to make sure this is 2 inches of clearance right here. So I'm going to do that. Actually, I've got my tape measure right here. Let's see how lucky I get. That's not 2 inches of clearance. All right, so we're gonna have to go back a little bit. So I'm gonna do from the silicone line, 2 inches. So that'll be there and there. And I need to. We'll just go a little more just in case. I want to get it close up to the front as I can. All right, now what I'm doing is holding it down and marking it with a pencil. I can still use my same lines front to back or side to side, and then just move it back as far as I need to. Freehand a little bit. All right, so here we go. We're not using this line or this line. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is drill a hole in all 4 corners inside, and then put my jigsaw through the holes and connect all the holes, and then trim it up as needed. The only issue with my process today is going to be that I have a frame that is welded in to the inside of the van. So this channel here, which is where the AC ducting used to be, and probably this pipe, this square tubing, are going to have to be cut out. Once I'm done, I'll probably weld in square tubing to go around it, and I'll drill into that square tubing, and that'll give something for the fiberglass to suck to make sure that it maintains a good seal and doesn't move any. A lot of people don't, well, some people do. On YouTube, they'll put a wood frame, but mine's metal. I want to do metal. I'm going to weld it up, which means I'm going to have to probably remove all of my bedding and this other stuff that may catch on fire. So let me get the drill. All right, welcome back. So I'm having to film in between having my phone plugged up. So what I did next is I drew my square, and then I put a pilot hole on each corner. It doesn't have to be exact. You just don't want it outside the lines, okay? Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your jigsaw blade in that hole, so you have somewhere to start and go on the line from hole to hole, and then you'll have to go through and edge up your corners again. I did have to make sure that there was 2 inches of clearance between here and my line for the hood. I am going to hang off a little bit because it does recommend having 8 inches to the back, and I only have 5. I have 3 inches, but it's not roof. I have lights, and then this bulges out a little bit, but it'll work. Be right back. Hey, what's going on? I got you guys currently propped up on the roof. I went ahead and made sure that my measurements were 14 by 14 on both sides, 14 by 14 on both sides. So we're good there. Now, oh, that hole's not big enough. Give me a second. Sorry. There you go. Ta-da! Alright, let's get you guys a good angle. I'm just worried you guys are going to vibrate. There we go. I'd rather be up here with you guys. Bet you. Yep. That's the metal frame. All right, go the other way. Sorry, guys. There we go. Broke my blade. Cool. Alright, we broke my blade because of those metal bars, so I'm gonna have to go in there and cut those, and I'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. So, I have currently jigsawed a hole all the way around except for the thickness of the frame on the inside here and here. So I'm going to use this cutting tool right here. It's air powered, pneumatic, and finish cutting the fiberglass and then cut the frame down. I'll be back when I'm done with that. All right, here we go, look. Fiberglass, and then it's got this cardboard. I guess it didn't cut all the way through. I don't know. Should probably keep this in case I want to put the hole back, but there we go. And I've got Reflectix that's in the way, which I guess is good because it's keeping stuff from getting in my van. So just blow it in there. All right, I'm gonna get a razor blade and cut the reflectors out. Be right back. I'm back. So, I got all the reflectix removed. Sorry, someone's mowing across the street. I just got hit with a freaking rock. Anyway, so this is my dilemma. It's not just like a normal van, you cut out the roof and you're done. I have like a steel welded frame. This was for the AC unit, and this is to hold the fiberglass top together. So now I'm going to Dremel this, or not Dremel, whatever this is. Yeah, Dremel this and this out and cut here and here also. Actually, this should just fall out because it's held in by this. This is free hanging right here. So cut this, this, and this, and then I'm gonna have to also cut back a little bit because I plan on welding a square frame in to actually screw in the frame to for the Maxx Air fan. I just want it to be extra solid, might as well make it structural. Yeah, I'll be back when I get this cut out. So we encountered a problem. Our cutting wheel is too short and it's not going to be able to cut all the way through. So we had to go get some specialty tools out. I say specialty. It is a Matco reciprocating saw. It's pneumatic though. So this should help us get all the way through. I've already cut a little bit into that one right there. But I need to cut that off, take that top off, and then cut through that bottom one, and then cut through that channel. I'll be back, like I said, when I get done. So, main problem was double rails here, single rail here, goes into flat, which I didn't have to cut, but here there was some channeling. Trying to cut this angle up, over, down, over was a pain. You had to do it from the inside and start like this. My thumb is the blade, and cut and roll as you went. Get to this side and then cut straight like this, and then go straight towards the wall. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to re-weld in a frame or if I just want to leave it like this. I'll let you guys know. Hello. Back up the ladder we go. So, I got the outside. You want to make sure these silver brackets are on the sides of the van. Doesn't matter which is front, which is back. And that needs to fit inside. Oh man, that's a nice tight fit. Yep. So as long as this fits, everything else will fit. Which is why if your line is a little crooked, don't worry about trying to even it out, because as long as it's gonna fit this bracket in here, this is gonna be screwed and taped down. And then you're gonna put, actually, I've got that putty. I ordered it off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. You put that on the bottom, that seals it. Then you screw it down. All the excess putty that comes out, you take all that off. Then you silicone around the edges and silicone all the screws that came with it. Make sure you use the hardware that came with the fan. That is recommended by Maxx Air Fan, whatever the company's name is. So do that. I'm gonna put some putty down. I'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. So, next thing I do is I grab the exterior and make sure it fits nice and tight. If it doesn't, I had forgotten to edge up with my jigsaw, so I went back and edged up a little bit. It's not as tight now, but it does fit a little better. So now you're going to want to take that off, clean, which I've already done with some alcohol, isopropyl. We have 70 and 50 and 90, and I just grabbed the 50. I didn't care. And then I'm going to go and put the putty I was telling you about right here. Ordered this off of Amazon. All the way around over the screw holes, and I'll be back. Hello, it's Micah. So I got all of the sticky adhesive, waterproof, seal, whatever it's called, on. Now Put it where it goes. Make sure it's pressing all the way down. And now you're just going to drill normally, like you would, through here. And all the excess that comes out, you can pack it in the corners or, you know, break it off even. And then I'm going to silicone around it. Hello. So I just got done drilling in all of the stainless steel mounting brackets for the cover. It is all the way down. However, only a little bit came out on these edges right here. You can do like this, peel it off. It's like this, peel it off. I don't know if that really matters, but everybody else does it. So I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna come back with some lap sealant, the same lap sealant I used on my solar panels, and cover up all the stainless steel screws and cover up the edges. Now this feels pretty solid. It you know, it does still scare me. I wanted to use VHB tape instead of this, but I didn't, because my VHB tape is in my toolbox, which is in my storage unit. Now I will tell you, these stainless steel screws that go around the border are the longest of the bag. There are two different other kinds. Hello. So I'm gonna set you guys down. Show you guys, grab this right here. Slides on, well, let me make sure I drop out my electrical stuff. Cool, like that. There you go. All right. Now you want to get these to go in to the, I don't know, I can't even see what you guys are seeing. Yeah, there you go. The only problem I'm encountering is it doesn't look like those silver clips are lining up exactly. They need to be raised up a little bit, which means don't push them all the way down. Yeah, they're not. Right. I need to figure out why it's not going all the way down on this side. And it may be, like my uncle was saying, because it's hitting the fiberglass. So, got a knife in my pocket. Yeah, let me show you what I'm talking about. This thing I just slid in is hitting the fiberglass right here. So that's causing it not to slide down. So I'm gonna get a little blade. I cut it straight. So that should slide down smoothly now. All the other corners are sliding down smoothly. Yeah, this one needs to be cut, even though it's already screwed. right, back to the top. Oh man, shoe came off. Hold on, there we go. I'm trying to get this to slide down all the way. I'll be back. Alright, so how to fix that problem where the holes aren't lining up on the 4 mounting brackets to mount the fan to the frame is to take it off, and the little silver brackets, you need to just raise them up a little bit, and then if you could just get the screw to the tip of the screw in the hole, once you screw it in, it'll auto level. So I did that to all 4 and it is currently mounted. The only thing I have left to do is put lap sealant on here. And I'm going to clean these edges up a little bit. Maybe. Cover all the screw heads in lap sealant and cover the edges in lap sealant. And then the finale. Welcome back. So I left all of my tools in my storage unit, so I'm at the shop. And he has a industrial sized caulk gun. But of course this end here is not going to fit into my lap sealant, so we just got a big 7/8 long deep socket, and we're going to use that, and we're going to silicone around the edges. Just updating you guys. I'll be back when I'm done. Actually, I'll show you guys. Hold on. One hand this. So just put, it's hard one hand, a big glob on each. Doesn't matter if it's nasty. Just protecting them from the weather, giving them a little bit more resistance from backing out. You can, this is non-leveling lap sealant, so however you put it down is how it's going to look. If you want to rub it in with your fingers on the cracks, you can, but then I would still recommend going over it with a thick bead. I'll show you guys when I'm done. I did have to lower the fan. It recommends installing it with it up, because normally it wants you to put it in, wire it up, make sure the wire's working first, then install it. I know my wiring's going to work, so I'm not worried about that. But I had to put it all the way down in order to silicone the front edge. I did not get to silicone the screws, and I'm not taking it all back apart. So if you're watching this video before installing, make sure you silicone the screws that hold the bracket to the van. You silicone that front line first, because you will not be able to put it in after. The rain guard covers the screws and you can't get a silicone gun in there. You can still do the front, but you just have to raise the fan up. Anyway, let me show you guys. By the way, I'm using a wooden ladder. I thought that was funny. So just want to make sure no little cracks. Yep, just let this sit in the sun and harden for a second. And that's pretty much it. And then you get to do the finale, which is my favorite. Now don't touch it no more. You have fingerprints all over it. Anyway, yeah, and mine does stick off a little bit. Looks like a shark fin or a spoiler. So anyway, there's the view. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Good luck. So I forgot to tell you guys about wiring. So it's just two 12-volt wires. I ran them to my control panel box, to my DC panel. Online, some people say use a 5-amp fuse. I blew a 5-amp fuse by having it full speed, switching it to the opposite, whether it was sucking in or sucking out, and it slowing itself down, switching, and then going back the other direction. It blew a fuse. So I just put a 15 in. After reading a couple more forums, that's what people are finding out is 15 is what they recommend. Now, right now I currently have it off and open, which if you have not yet connected it, that's what it'll be. So once you've installed your fan and you've ran all of your wires, you've crimped the positive and the negatives, both male and female, when you make the power connection, the fan will beep and the rain cover will close. That's how you know it's getting the proper power. Then all you need to do is set your thermostat. If you have the remote like I do, that's super easy. Right now it's set to 78 degrees and it's currently 95. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.